Tolstoy's short stories, While Men Live By. Chapter 2, Angel of the Earth. After 1 year, a rich gentleman came to Simon's shop. He asked, "Who is the master shoemaker here?" "I am, sir," said Simon. "How can I help you?" The rich gentleman showed Simon a large piece of very fine leather. "Do you know what kind of leather this is?" "It's good leather, sir," said Simon. The gentleman laughed. "It's the best, you fool. I want you to make me a pair of boots that will last for 1 year. Can you do it?" Simon was afraid. He looked at Michael and asked, "Should we take this work?" Michael nodded his head. He seemed to be looking behind the rich gentleman, but no one was there. Suddenly Michael smiled again. "What are you smiling at, you fool?" shouted the rich man. "You had better start working. I will come back in 2 days." Michael worked on the gentleman's boots. The next day, when Simon checked his work, he shouted in surprise. "What have you done?" yelled Simon. "These are slippers, not boots." Suddenly there was a knock at the door. Simon opened it and saw the rich man's servant. "The rich gentleman's wife has sent me about the boots," said the servant. Simon was afraid. "My master does not need them," continued the servant. "He is dead. My lady wants you to make slippers for his funeral." Simon was amazed. Silently, Michael picked up the slipper he had made and gave them to the servant. The servant bowed and said, "Thank you, Master Shoemaker." Michael had now lived with Simon for 6 years. One day he stood looking out the window. Simon was curious. Michael had never before been interested in the outside world. "Look," said Martha, "here comes a woman with 2 daughters. One of the daughters has a bad leg." The woman came into the shoemaker's shop. "Good day to you," said Simon. What can we do for you?" "I want leather shoes for these girls," said the woman. "We can do that," said Simon. He noticed that Michael was looking at the girls very closely. "How did this girl hurt her leg?" asked Simon. "Was she born that way?" "No," said the woman. "Her mother did that. I am not their real mother. These girls are the children of our neighbors. They are twins, born just about 6 years ago. Their father died 1 week before they were born, and their mother died right after the gave birth to them. As she died, she rolled on top of one of the girls and twisted the baby's leg. Since I just had a baby of my own, I just able to feed them. Unfortunately, my baby died, but I raised these 2 girls. Now I love them like they were my own." Martha said, "It is true that one may live without a father or mother, but one cannot live without God." Suddenly a bright light filled the room. Everyone looked at Michael. Who was the source of this light? He was smiling and looking up at the heavens. Michael put down his tools and took off his apron. He bowed to Simon and Martha. "God has forgiven me," he said. "I am sorry to leave you, but I must go now." Simon said to Michael, "I can see now that you are not a common man, and I cannot keep you. But please tell me your story if you can." Michael smiled at Simon. "I owe you an explanation at least. You see, 6 years ago, God punished me because I disobeyed him. He sent me to take the soul of a woman. This woman was the mother of the twins who were just here. When I came to our house, I saw the two newborn babies. The mother begged me not to take her soul, so I flew back to heaven and asked God to save her. God told me, "Go back and take the mother's soul. Then you must learn three truths. First, learn what lives in man. Second, learn what is not given to man. Finally, learn what men live by. When you have learned these things, you may return to heaven." So I flew back to the woman's cottage. I took her soul, and then I suddenly lost my wings. I fell to the earth. That is how you found me, Simon, naked and freezing behind the church. I was very lonely and afraid. I thought that you could not help me, but you came back and gave me your clothes. Then when I came home with you, I was afraid of Martha. She seemed very angry, but she pitied me and offered what little food you had. Then I smiled because I had learned that first of God's true love lives in man. Then, after a year, the rich gentleman visited us. I saw the anger of death behind him. The man was about to die, yet he wanted boots that would last for a year. Then I realized that men are not given the knowledge to know what they need. I smiled then because I had learned the second truth. Just now, I learned the third truth. When that woman arrived, she loved these children, even though they were not hers. I could see that God lived in her. Then I understood that men live by love. So I smiled for the third time. Michael seemed to grow taller. A bright light shone from his whole body. Simon and Martha could not look directly at him. Wings grew from his body. Michael's voice grew stronger and loud. I now understand that man live by love alone. He who has love is with God, and God is in him. For God is love. Then the roof of the shop opened, and a ray of light fell down from heaven. Michael spread his wings and flew up into the light. Simon and Martha covered their eyes and fell to the ground. When Simon opened his eyes again, the roof was closed. There was no one in the shop but he and his wife.